Whenever people call twice and then they raise you on the river, when you signalize a lot of strengths, don't level yourself into hero calling. Just make good laydowns on the river and it's going to save you a lot of money. All right, tip number 7. If you play also here against unknowns or recreation, I mean, that's where most of our money comes from. Even a lot of regs are still not so experienced. Throw your GTO shit over the board. Throw your I need to be balanced, blockers, yada yada. Throw this over your board. Use the proper sizings. It's called no limit hold'em. No limit hold'em for a reason. There are no limits. So whenever you have a hand where you want to isolate the fish, you have Jack 10 suited, you want to get the pot heads up, you don't want to get it multi-way, you have, let's say, better opponents behind. In-game table selection is very important. You want to be 3-betting, you want to be re-raising your Jack 10 suited, let's say from cutoff, he's opening from middle position. But what should you do? If you open raise to 2 big blinds, you raise to 5 big blinds. If you have pocket aces, you raise to 8 big blinds or 10 big blinds. Play your hand. Nobody cares, nobody will find out. The player pool is very, very big. You need to be very exploitative with your sizings. Of course, there are also limits where they will start folding against 3-bets with their 10-7 suited and they're curious and they want to see if they make a flush or not. But it's certainly not going to be between 5 big blinds and 10 big blinds. So use the biggest possible sizing to get the most value from your good hands. Same on the flop. If I have a bad hand and I just want to protect my ace highs and just c-bet as a bluff or as a protection bet, I bet 1/3. If I have a very good hand, I start betting bigger, especially with deeper stacks. I want to be using bigger sizings already earlier on, so I reach a pot size on the river where my opponent has a harder time folding because he has already committed so much money by the river, and then suddenly it's harder to fold your hand. And especially recreational players have a really hard time to let go of hands once they have committed a lot of chips already. So when I have a draw or something like a weak hand, 1/3, 1/4, same for the turn. If I want to just attack his ace high, his wide range, I go for a half pot bluff bet, 2/3 bluff bet. If I have 2 pairs set, the board maybe drawy, or I know he's going to have a top pair second, he's going to be calling often second time, I go for a pot bet. It's that easy.